So this is like how you said it's the sticky note dreams. I got like three of them in the same area.
Hmm.
So the first time, it's like the old street lights, like the high pressure sodium ones, the ones that are yellow. So I'm
Mhm.
I'm I'm in this parking lot leaving a building. I'm trying to leave. And when I get in my car, somebody's holding a gun at me and I disarm them and they're like, "No, you got to come inside." So, that's the first dream. I'm trying to leave and I disarm the gun and I wake up. The second dream, it's daytime and I'm chilling. Everyone's wearing white suits. I'm actually escorting Elon Musk. I'm standing right next to him. I'm watching him. I'm protecting him. And then like we're underneath like these pillars and it's all stone, nice like Carrera marble and nice pillars. And then a tactical unit comes in from our right and they're all geared up, ready to shoot. So they start shooting. I grab Elon Musk and then we go somewhere else. And then the dream's over. And then the third dream, we're there again. I'm like trying to leave the party. I'm like there, I'm mingling with a bunch of people, and like I can tell everyone's trying to come up to me, and I'm just like trying to avoid everyone. And then they start chasing me with a syringe, and then they injected me. And then like when I got injected, like I started to collapse, and I was like fell down. And like as I stood up and I looked, my ex-girlfriend, she's like, "Get in the car," and she starts doing donuts in reverse. And then like we teleported, and I woke up.
That is that is
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
yeah. Wow. I love it. I love it. You want to take a shot, General, or you want me to?
Go first. I'm still typing here.
So this is a spiritual warfare progression dream.
Yep.
So I believe it's showing you ever increasing areas of responsibility. The first is, can you handle yourself? Can you handle yourself at night? Obviously every guy, especially any guy with military experience, should be able to handle themselves, and especially Army. You're going to be able to disarm a guy who's got a gun pointed at you with no problem. You're just like, all right, some punk kid's going to try to take your car, and you're just going to. So the first time it was about protecting you. The next time you're an EP, executive protection, right? You're working on behalf of somebody who, in particular, it's so funny because yesterday I had a dream about Elon, and then I wake up and of course he bought Twitter. So it represents something that, now I can't vouch for everything Elon Musk, but I've had a lot of dreams about Elon, and including dreams of working together and innovation strategy, those kind of things. Which I mean, the guy's already brilliant, but I think if he's not paying attention to his dreams and getting them interpreted, I think God could take him to a whole entire another level. And so, if you know Elon, let him know I want to meet him, because I really believe that God could. He has some heavenly gifts and some downloads for him that could take him beyond even the success that he's had now. But he represents not only success, he represents almost unprecedented success. There's like four entire separate industries that he's become a billionaire or close to a billionaire in. Um, And so, we see, one guy will be an oil baron, another guy will be real estate. If you look at the Forbes list, and a lot of these guys, they made $1 billion, but they did it doing one thing and one thing only. Elon did it doing like four different things, all to that level, from Tesla to Solar City to PayPal to, SpaceX and beyond, and the other things that he's involved in now, Twitter. So I think it's interesting that not only does he represent a particular gene of brilliance, and genius, but he also represents a concern, at least a level of concern, for freedom and liberty and freedom of speech, and a fighting against censorship in this country. So I think it's interesting that initially you're taking care of yourself in the dark, right? Under the spotlight or under the lamp, but at night. Now you're in the light, taking care of someone that is bringing light to others. So now you're working, protecting a leader who is working to protect liberty and freedom for all of us. And then the third dream, of course, is a little bit, even a little bit more. It's just a whole nother layer, which I'll let Neil unpack that if you want to.
Yeah, the part about it's kind of was the last one at night also the party that you were at?
Honestly,
Didn't tell.
I think it was the party before they attacked Elon. Like, I think they were like, it was like a warning to leave, or something. I'm not sure. I don't remember the daylight in that part, but
Okay.
I just remember I was trying to avoid everyone, and then I got injected, and then she picked me up.
Yeah, leaving the party, it's, you know, you're around a large group of people, so the situation is a whole lot more complex than just doing PSD for one person. You
Right.
know, the environment that you're in, you're outside in the middle one where the pillars and the marble floors are, and the tactical unit comes in and shoots them. That's a spiritual warfare attack that you're training, and you're learning how to fight spiritual war. You know, as John said, it's a progressive. You know, the last one is incredibly complex, and you're not going to be able to deal with every situation. But this is where, you know, spiritual intelligence comes in, that you would be able to see the attack coming at you. The syringe could mean a couple different things, but, you know, what I heard was, you know, if you drink a deadly poison, it won't hurt you, and it didn't kill you, but you collapsed. You didn't die, but you collapsed, and your girlfriend was able to get you into the car. It's kind of interesting as you start doing donuts enough where you eventually teleport. It's kind of like, was it Back to the Future, where the guy's,
Yeah.
he wasn't doing donuts, but he was going fast enough where he just teleported.
Yeah,
He
donuts
was
in,
doing donuts
in
in
reverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing donuts in reverse, which reminds me of Tenet. This is like a cross between Tenet and Back to the Future, which I think is crazy, but
Yeah.
And can I add something? In the first dream, when they took me back inside, they took me down a spiral staircase, and that was all like old. It wasn't gold, but it was like a light tannish, goldish color stones into like the deep basement part. And then there's like a curtain that they closed, and it was an Asian guy with a blue mask, and he was just like looking at me like, please help me. But they closed the mask, or they closed the curtain and pulled him behind. And then the guy that was escorting me, it was another guy, but he had a gun too. And he was like, you're gonna have to do. I was like, what do you want? And he's like, you're gonna have to help us. And I was like, you're gonna have to unload your gun first. And he's like, how'd you know I have a gun? And I was like, who are you talking to? And then and then I woke up. But yeah, it was weird.
I think it's interesting that you become the threat.
Yeah.
You're protecting, you're in their way. They want to take out a guy trying to protect liberty and freedom in America. And so they realize with this tactical squad, right? The tactical squad is coming to get Elon, and you're protecting Elon.
Yeah.
So now it's like, we got to take him out. We got to get him some way.
I've been praying for him a lot because, like, in the beginning days, you know, I see past. I'm not going to say too much, but I can see past their illusions. So I'm praying for him to give us the ability to be able to speak, because, like, when he owns the things that were taken away from us and he's protecting our freedom, then it's going to be good. And like you said, I'm sorry, keep going. Like you said, I think that's what is going on exactly.
Yeah. So now, the powers that be, and again, when we think of warfare, we think of it's in past seasons. It was easy to think of open warfare. You know, good guys, bad guys, and now everything that we're experiencing is literally a spiritual war for the heart and soul of America, but not just America, but the whole world. And so what we got to do is we have to do exactly what you said. We have to look past. We have to look behind. Who is behind the curtain, and not even who are the people behind the curtain, but what are the spirits controlling the people that we can't see behind the curtain? Because when people want to fight the police, it's not the police. When people want to fight the government, it's not the government. It's the people that are controlling the people. People want to fight the White House. Guys, it's not the White House. You know, so who's behind the curtain, and what are the spirits behind them? And that's what I feel like when you step into an arena of spiritual warfare, where you begin to pray and intercede on behalf of leaders, particularly leaders that are moving the needle. And leaders like Elon, I believe that leaders like Elon are stepping up to take their place in a country full of, and I'm just going to say it, where other leaders and even pastors cowered in fear. And he's going to step up and say, we need to have the right to, this should have come from the pulpits. The second they took the president of the United States off of Twitter, the pulpits in the United States should have erupted in fervor, and they were silent, and we did nothing. And it takes a billionaire, right, to come in and say, you know what, this is wrong. We need to fix it very calmly. And I can't imagine the warfare that he's under. We see a little bit of how the left and the media went absolutely, completely unhinged with all of their ridiculous banter about, well, a billionaire should never own the media. They're all owned by billionaires, every single one of them, from Washington Post to CNN and everybody else. And we all know who the handful of people are that run the media. And now they're going to pretend because one got in the hands of a conservative voice or somebody that would at least allow conservative voices to speak, that somehow a grave injustice has been done to our democracy, which, by the way, we're not even a democracy anyway. We're a constitutional republic, but whatever. And they want to continue to program and to propagate lies. And it's people like you that can see beyond, that God can, you have a spiritual sense. You're incredibly street smart. I can just tell, like, you have a very strong sense of discernment. You could walk into a room and in 5 seconds know who you got to be careful of, know who you can approach. God's given you this incredible gift of discernment, but you also see things that other discerners don't. It's not just about being a soldier, and it's not just about being a guy with street cred. It's about somebody that can walk in and they can know things that other people would never see, including guys like Secret Service or spooks. And that's because God speaks to you in the seer realm. And so what he wants to do is he wants to continue to develop that seer realm so you can not only protect yourself and handle yourself, you can protect other leaders that God's called you to, but you can see an attack coming so they can never take you. The whole idea of injecting you is the idea of deadening your senses, putting something in your body that makes you less you. We could go off on the whole discussion of transhumanism, which is fascinating. We don't have the time tonight, but it's the idea of making you less you. And what they want to take away from you is they want to take away the innate ability you have in the seer realm. So you can't protect yourself, and so you can't protect others. And so there's a battle for your soul. There's a battle for men like you, because men like you are rare in America these days, unfortunately. Men that'll stand up, that'll open their mouth, that'll say things, that see things, that know when to keep their mouth shut, that aren't trying to do all these other kind of crazy things, but that are really the watchmen on the wall who see what's happening, and when the time is right, they'll be in a position to protect those that need protecting. But part of it is an identity and destiny dream. Part of it's a spiritual warfare dream. Part of it is a confirmation of your calling, brother, as a seer and as a warrior. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah. The staircase going down is your corkscrewing down into the depths of knowledge, and you're exposing something. You're getting to the foundation of a problem. And when you get down there, there's a veil that's been put across our eyes. And when you open it up, there's a guy in a blue mask. Well, who's the guys that are wearing blue masks these days? Well, it's the people, it was an Asian guy. Kind of exposes something that happened over there. But the guy says you need to help him, right? The guy with the blue mask?
Yeah, he really wanted me to heal him.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what was perpetrated. That's where it originated. And you have, if he's asking you to heal him, you probably have a healing gift now too, in addition to all the words of knowledge and words of wisdom that you're going to be given or already have been given.
Yeah, go on. I'm sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I do believe I have a healing gift. I've been slowly healing myself just by changing my diet and meditating and drinking more water and stuff. So, and putting my feet back on the bare earth, like a lot of our medicine is corporatized, and I'm trying to go back to the natural ways. And I tell as many people as I can about earthing, about sun gazing, about breathing, exercising, and just natural ways of healing. And yeah, that's what's going on. They've been attacking me for a while in my dreams. Like, when they're not good dreams, they're crazy dreams, but I try to focus on the good ones.
Write them all down. They're all important, especially the weird ones and the nightmares and the ones that are really scary. Write those down in as much detail as you can.
Yes, sir.
They're and we'd be happy to decode those things for you. But those are the ones that probably will resonate more with you than the nice, good, and fluffy ones.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a warrior. Warriors weren't born for time of peace. And so in the conflict in your dream, you can rest assured that what you see in your dream is coming from God. Even if it's, I don't care how hellacious it is, I don't care how graphic it is, there's things that are happening in the spirit realm that God is giving you the 411. He's letting you put eyes on the situation, and that's what the dream is. People are afraid of nightmares because they don't understand them, because they feel anxious. But if you look at, in the dreams in the Bible, over and over and over and over again, God would give intelligence to kings and wise men that would make them afraid. Once they understood it, they saw what was coming.
Okay, I have one question. I think I might have mentioned this in a different one, different dream interpretation. When I was taken up above the firmament, and it was like a blue soldier angel with a gold belt, and he looked at me and he's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to be watching." And I looked at him like, "I don't want to just watch." And then he smiled at me.
It was a test.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly what I heard too.
It was a test.
Okay.
You passed, by the way.
Okay.
So get fighting.
Okay. Yeah, I just started reading. Well, I attempted to start reading my Bible. I'm gonna really get into that again. Please pray for me.
We will. And if you want to connect with us, reach out, dreamlifedecoded@gmail. But also check out spiritualintel.com, because we're starting a program, the Spiritual Intelligence Mentorship. There's a whole lot of stuff that we're doing that I can't even begin to talk about on here. But I'm telling you, there's a group of people, men and women, that are seers and warriors. And the things that God is showing us through dreams is absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much. I was actually in Sim 1, and then I got really sick and I quit attending, but things are getting a lot better.
Your hair was a lot longer back then.
Yeah, things are getting better now, so I appreciate it.
We'd love to have you back, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, John. Thank you, General. It's a pleasure to be on with you guys tonight, and God bless you both and everyone listening. I really do appreciate the time listening to me.
Thanks for your service, brother.